just so excited about doing this 3-day class again because it's just so fun. And so now I'm going to invite you, if you will, if you would come on and talk a little bit about what the changes you've done the Right Voice Facilitators also. Describe what Right Voice Facilitators is to you and how it changed your life and whatever else you'd like to say about it, being a veteran of my class.
But I know that I've changed a lot since my first masterclass that I did with you, which was, I think, in July.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I said, I started to do more writing jobs. I started writing more. It's something that I've kind of disconnected from for a while, and it was really good to start writing again. And well, one of the main things that really started to change for me was that I grew up with a parent who is always in a lot of judgment of herself. And I'm kind of talking kind of loud, kind of softly because she's around in the house somewhere. And for a long time, I believe that was my reality, you know, the self-judgment, the hating me, and I still fall into those spells sometimes, but I'm really clear now on how that really isn't. It's not my reality, and it's up to me to create my own. And I think Right Voice kind of helped to step out of that self-judgment and really start to acknowledge where my voice is important in the world, where what I have to say and who I be is important in the world. It's not all about hating myself, and it's not all about me being useless or not worthy or not really belonging on this planet. And yeah, I started to, I think, for the first time, see the brilliance of me. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's just what I do this for. I'm so happy to hear that. And thank you for expressing it so eloquently. And then as a participant, so those are the changes, some of the changes that you've experienced in your life. How would you describe the class? Because people are always going, oh, what's Right Voice? What's Right Voice? And how would you describe it?
Well, for one, it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Because there's a lot. Okay, so I know that, you know, this is not a class about being on stage and performing, but there is a component of that, which is how we can work with participants to kind of change whatever blockages they have in their body while they're speaking, or whatever it is that's not allowing them to be their voice. So there is a bit of the stage component where, you know, you either read or you sing a song, and just the sheer excitement of that in your body, where your cells are just like buzz, 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 buzz. And then going from there to actually being out there on stage and going through that entire process of change and just feeling so accomplished with yourself. That's one part of the class that I really, really like, because it's all about like overcoming your fears and seeing that it's not actually a fear, it's more like excitement. And I don't know if this is true for all classes, but Kacie, you in particular, I really resonate with who you are. And it becomes, and because you have like this space of absolute no judgment, it allows for me to really be who I am. And I see how much of a contribution that was in class when we were in class together. And I'm not really always able to open up and speak up that much in every class. So that was a huge gift for me. Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. And I love it. You can't see it because it's behind you, but your cat was showing his butt at us. Actually. So you're talking, it's like your cat's on stage. It was a right cat butt for you. Wow, what you were saying was wonderful. It was great.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. I love how you said that. So Right Voice for you. So you can sing, but you don't have to sing. And Gary's put a lot of energy into conveying to people that it really isn't a singing class. And I'm not a singer. I have zero training as singing, although I've done like 5 Right Voice for You facilitator trainings. But as a trained singer, that's not who I ever was. And the last master class that I did, just about everybody said, oh, now I can sing. So it's really quite funny. But as Sonal said, the singing or the being on stage or the talking is really, I could hardly have said it more brilliantly than her. It's going from feeling like you're nothing, she didn't say that, but you're insignificant and not important, to recognizing that you have something really unique to give to the world. And if your voice doesn't show up and doesn't speak up, then that's a loss forever to the whole world. And don't be that mean to the world. Come and find out what you have, what the gifts are that you have to give and to share with the world that the world's waiting for and the world won't have without you. And this sounds all very serious, and it is serious, but I mean, it's serious,
It
but it's
sounds
not serious.
serious. It's not actually serious when you're at class, because the class is like,
Right.
I mean, the Right Voice for You class is one of the most funnest classes I've ever had. It's so much fun.
Yeah, really, truly.
Yeah.
You know, so if you just like to play, if you'd like to have a fun class and laugh a lot for 3 days in Mumbai, if you want to come along and just laugh a lot, you're totally welcome. Oh,
Right Voice.
Mhm.
But I've had like this energy around my throat, and it's almost like it's solid and I can feel it. And it shows up when I'm talking to people, it shows up when I'm running bus. Well, basically, it just shows up whenever it wants to. I haven't really found a pattern of when it shows up. And I've tried
Okay.
to ask a lot of different questions, like, what is this? Is this a capacity? Or what can I do to change this? Or just trying to get the information of what my body is trying to give me. But it's been a lot of months now, and I really can't seem to get what this is.
Okay, so is it yours?
I don't get a very clear one on
Do you
this.
feel lighter? Do you feel lighter when I ask you the question? Is it yours?
No?
No, you don't feel lighter?
No,
Or
I
no,
mean, it's not mine.
okay. So what's the
But
awareness you're having?
as I
Are
say that,
you
it's still sorry. As
okay?
I say no, that's kind of heavy.
Okay, so what's the lie you're buying? Whose lie, what lie are you buying here? Are you, I mean, everyone in India feels free to express themselves freely, right? Exactly. So are you picking up all of the restriction that everyone around you, or how
Yeah.
far, how many miles, has about saying who they really are and expressing themselves?
Yeah, it's actually not even everyone around me, because I've seen that this usually shows up in an interaction with a certain person. I mean, not one particular person, but every time I'm interacting with people.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
are you
guess.
picking up their unwillingness to
Yeah,
say what they really know and who they really be?
right. So I get that my body is giving me that information, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, I don't think I'm always in a place to change it for them without them actually asking me a question. So what do I do with that awareness?
So what if, first of all, if you just tried expanding out 10,000 miles in all directions,
Yeah,
so that there are limitations that you're, quote, feeling or perceiving so intently don't affect you so much. So that would
right.
be the first thing you can do. So can you bring that feeling on or just happens sometimes?
No, I can bring it on.
So,
Yeah, it's there. It's there right now.
okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to do this thing where I go, I don't know how to describe it, but I work on your throat.
Okay.
I can perceive what you're kind of talking about. So just for a start, all the times you've been
Also,
hung,
can I mention something?
sure.
I asked Dane about this at the ESV also, and what he said was it's about all of the different lifetimes that I've. But he didn't say it's about. He asked me a question. If in how many lifetimes uh, have I influenced a lot of people on stage, or in a large audience? I can't really. I can't even put words to it anymore. But
Okay.
that didn't seem to change the energy fully. Like, yes, it brought some awareness, but it didn't
Mm-hmm.
really change much. Yeah.
Okay. So how many lifetimes have you been strangled, hung, garroted. Garroted is when you're riding on a horse and there's a wire strung between two trees. You go riding across and it cuts your head off. Beheaded, had the guillotine, you know, any other way, had your head cut off with swords, everything that is, all the decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations you made about that, based on that, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, and bad, all nine, putt, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So now I'm going to do this magic thing that I like to play with. Just work on your throat a little bit. You don't have to talk during it, but
Okay.
just kind of go in there and see what can be changed here. Okay. Okay, so now, how's your throat now?
There's like pangs of like what I mean. It's not really pain, but what feels like pain, and and then it goes away, and then it comes back, and then it goes away.
Okay, and what about right now?
It's not there right now. No.
Right. So we could say it went away. So we changed something. How does it get any better than that? Cool, cool. I love this stuff. It's so fun. That's another thing we do when people sing or when they talk. Some people, and apparently me, has the ability to, I don't know how to describe it, to psychically go into the person's body and see where the constriction, where the limitation is happening that keeps their voice from showing up as the greatness that it could be. And it's a really fun thing to do, and it looks like magic because it is magic, because access is magic. So it's another thing that can happen. So whether you have something going on with your speaking voice, it's like whether you have something going on with your physical voice, how it comes out of your mouth, or the voice of you expressing yourself in the world, which can be any expression at the right voice for you. Facilitators, I showed some of the photographs that I'd taken, which is another way of me having a voice. So it's not even just auditory. A deaf mute person could come to this class and have a good time if we had someone doing sign to them so they knew what was going on. So voice is much, much, much more than we think of it being. Voice is your presence in the world. Voice is how do you show up. Voice is what's the unique thing that you came here to earth to be and to do and create and contribute, and how are you holding it back, and how can we change that so you can show up as the magnificence that you really are. That's really what Right Voice for You is about, and that's what I'm inviting people to share. So how does it get any better than that? So Right Voice is about being everything that you came here to earth to be, whatever that is, whether it's taking photographs, whether it's being a great daughter-in-law, whether it's being you with your kids, whether it's being on stage or singing. And we really, you know, people's first fear is of public speaking and their second fear is of death. It's not about that you have to speak or you have to be on stage. We just use, it's part of what's so fun about it. And if you read the recording, Sonal talks about that, about how there's this total buzz. When we put people on stage, it creates a total buzz that makes the class really so much fun. And it's just the funnest class. There's lots of laughing. The body class today had lots of laughing in it too, but Right Voice has the most laughing of all. It's just so fun and so entertaining. So does that give you a little bit of the flavor of it?
So when is it, Kacie? When is the class?
And then doing a 3-day version in Mumbai, the 27th, 28th, and 29th of April.